Evening, Gooners. How are we? It's the match preview. Chelsea away in the semi-finals. Oh, we need to get into this final, don't we? It's a good little trophy in February. Before we get into it, I've got a good preview ahead of us. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe and leave your comments. We'll get onto them. Charles has already got us started off. We'll go through them. Charles, if you're still online, good evening, mate. We'll go through some of your comments. Some very good talking points there. Dave, Wayne, how are we?
Very well. How are we doing, boys?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. Not too bad.
You took some unauthorised leave for the Portsmouth preview.
Yeah, naughty. At least it weren't a lost, and I was ducking. You know.
No, Joe, I was talking to Wayne. I made a quick cuppa in the kitchen, and I come in, and my missus don't really watch football. She went, "Oh, you've scored." I was like, oh, "Okay." I'll come in and seen that Portsmouth scored. I've gone, "What?" So yeah, that was a bit of a fight, but yeah, we got out of it. Look, good result. Some players, fringe players at the moment, had some good game time. We done well, but yeah, look, Wigan in the next round, another home tie. Well, not another home tie, but a home tie against Wigan. Can't go wrong. Rest some more players. During that, we can, no game's easy, but I think we've got a good enough squad to.
Oh, we should have enough to deal with
for that game. But anyway, look, the Chelsea game tomorrow. How are we feeling, gents, about that?
Go on, Wayne. Go on, bud.
Yeah, well, I mean, I've just been thinking as well when you just mentioned Wanyeri that I might have made a bit of a boo on the starting 11 because I think Wanyeri deserves a chance in the Carabao Cup again as well. So we will get to that, of course. But listen,
if Martinelli's not up front, you're in trouble, mate.
Well, my worry, I was more concerned with the back line we're going to field because I bet Mikel's either playing games or we genuinely have a few players to worry about. Saliba, I'm hoping isn't right. Again, you've got to realise, obviously, he might be carrying a niggle. And obviously, you've got to make sure he's resting in the right moment. So maybe he believes he can rest him or he's playing mind games. So I was a little bit in and out of what I was going to pick, and I will explain myself, of course. But listen, they got a new manager. Let's see, listen, whatever you want to say about Liam Rosenior, it could be a different team under him. I think it will be a different game because under what's his name and
Maresca. Yeah.
Thank you, boys. How he set up against us, he had a way of playing, and it was, as I say, all Chelsea fans thought they beat us at 1-1, with 10 men because we couldn't beat them. They were controlling the game. It could be a different game, and that's what I'm interested to see. But yeah, I think there's a few players, Tone, that will demand to start and should start, and I just was kind of stuck in he's going to go for more of a more experienced team with a few starters from the Portsmouth game, so he's going to mix it up. So yeah, listen, I'm confident. I'm happy we're playing them first away. Definitely. Let's not go there and lose.
Yeah, definitely. I think either way we go there. I'll take a draw now if you offered it to me because I know at the Emirates we're capable of beating them. We've got some comments from Charles. Let's just run through some of them. There's some good talking points here. Evening, Charles, mate. If you're still online, hopefully you are. Is our defence prepared? Here in Arteta have a few unexpected absences like Saliba as well. Now, I've just looked at the team news before jumping online, and he is waiting like a late fitness test. Him and Trossard, I've seen. So it will be interesting to see who we start with. Look, I mean, if Saliba can't play, I think Wayne, you've incorporated that into your starting 11. If he can't play, if it's either this game or Nottingham Forest, I'd rather him be fit for Nottingham Forest, boys. I think that we're still in the hunt for the league and we're top. And City have got a favourable fixture, I think, this weekend against Man United. I know that's a derby, but I don't see them. I think they'll comfortably beat Man United. They're going through such a transitional stage. Carrick's just been confirmed as their interim manager.
Yes, yeah.
I don't see them putting a glove on City, if I'm being honest with you. Hopefully I'm wrong, but anyway. If we're responding to Chelsea's aggressive, if Chelsea are agreeing and unruly, they just struck by getting cards, we can get advantage. Yeah, look, what I think you're getting at is that Casado challenge in the other game in the Prem, where they got themselves all livened up and then they end up getting a red card. I'm not sure they'll come out in this fixture like that. I think they'll come out with a low block. I think they'll come out not to get beaten in the first 20 minutes. I think they will be high on the press, but I think that I mean, I've not the new manager. I'm not sure what his tactics are. I don't know much about him, to be fair. But I'd imagine that he's not gonna want to get embarrassed in the first 20 minutes. But Chelsea are a good enough side not to do that. But yeah, they're going to be up for it. They're at home as well. They need to get a result at home, so they'll probably start off quickly. But in terms of how they was against us, I think that was Maresca that got them going like that. I'm being honest with you. When they was flying into challenges, I don't think they'll be that same Chelsea. I think they'll be a bit more diplomatic with their play, because I'd imagine that he'll probably be trying out new things as well. But yeah, Wayne or David, that you answer this. I think if Chelsea show aggressiveness, they will self-destruct in the first match at home itself by getting cards and mistakes. Thoughts on that, Dave?
Yeah, they've got to control themselves. Their disciplinary record's shocking this season. Yeah, I think if we come away with a draw or anything better than that, a 1-0 win, 2-1, whatever, yeah, anything better than a win for them at their place, I don't think they're going to do it. And I still think if they beat us 1-0 at their place, I still think we'll beat them at the Emirates. They haven't won at the Emirates in ages.
Yeah,
their record at the Emirates is not very good. It's not very good at all. So, and also we're still unbeaten at the Emirates this season, aren't we? So, you know, it all stacks up to be that they need a couple of goals on us at least.
Yeah, definitely, mate. And Charles, again, we do appreciate it, mate, and thank you for the messages, mate. It gives a good starting point. Please keep them coming, and anyone watching as well, listen, you know, please keep them coming. Yeah, you're right, mate. I mean, I don't think Rosenior is going to be taking it as much. Enzo Maresca, you got to realise as well that this guy, obviously, he was from the school of Pep as well, but he was also a hard, tough tackling midfielder for Argentina back in the day. So his game plan would be, if you can't beat a team tactically, he was trying to just rile us up a bit, ruffle us up, and of course, what's his name? Who got called the Timu Rice? Caicedo. Timu Rice.
That's brilliant.
I mean, that's brilliant, Onyx. I mean, listen, I'm not taking it. If I can get the guy who said it, I will literally put your name on here. But it was a funny comment. But listen, you know, Liam Rosenior, you're right, Tony. He was come from Strasbourg. He had a stint at Hull, and then got sacked, and then went to Strasbourg. And also another thing to note with him is Strasbourg were a feeder club for Chelsea. So Chelsea have obviously gone, all right, we'll have you, sort of thing. And Strasbourg's fans ain't happy. But he's English. He's a manager. He was just a decent player, nothing more. So to find out what it is, we'll have to, if anyone in the comments who knows more on him would be appreciated, please chuck it in the comments. But yeah, like Dave said, let's go there.
I'll give you one little fact about him, Wayne. He played against us in the FA Cup for Hull. Yeah. And he played against Arteta in that game as well.
Yeah, exactly. That's he played for Hull, didn't he? He was right back, wasn't he? So his father's been in the game. He's been in the game. He's been in the game as well. Leroy Rosenior and obviously himself. And listen, he'll have a point to prove. He's got loads of players. They still keep getting injured and they still losing players, but it's like you've got 30, 40 players on your books. But we got to go there tomorrow. And like Dave said, even if it's a 1-0 defeat, in the I'm not going to be disappointed, because we can go to the Emirates and we can beat them. But I don't think it's going to be that way. But
I slightly disagree that we should keep our best team for Forest. I slightly agree. I'm of the thinking that we should play our best team in this first leg, because there's no Caicedo in this first leg.
We can really get
James, Fofana, and someone else, one of their key players.
So a bit of team news, Dave. Just to drop on that. So Caicedo suspended, the doubtful, and they've got his precaution in brackets: Cole Palmer, Reece James, Gusto. So
Gusto, that's him. Yeah, Gusto.
That's the one. So basically, that's their right back. Their right back's gone.
Yeah, and James, if James don't play, they're in trouble.
He's their best player by a mile.
He's their best player, midfield, right back, wherever he plays. He is their best player. Yeah.
So I reckon we play our best team. So all right, Saliba, as what I do kind of agree. If it's risky, don't play Saliba. That's for Forest or any game. I wouldn't risk him for one game. You might as well just take the game out. I know we're going to have to, but don't forget, Norgard played last. We didn't do too bad with Norgard, did we?
No, I mean, but it's Chelsea, isn't it? We're talking about Portsmouth. Chelsea's a different
what they
outfit,
got
isn't
up
they?
front? Who they got up front? The lap dancer. You know?
Yeah. No, that's it. I mean, I'll tell you what, I'm going on to it, Tone, and what I'll do is I'll take the host one, and I want to ask you this question so you can answer it. So what Charles has said is wants to hear the views on the old Xabi Alonso Real Madrid fiasco and the future of Xabi, and what you think his future is going to be.
My thoughts on it is that I think that he lost the dressing room, didn't he? A couple of weeks ago.
Too many big prima donnas, Bones. You know.
Yeah, I think Vicious Junior as well. I don't know if you guys have seen the rumours going around. Apparently, Arsenal have been linked with Vicious Junior. That's just. Yeah, I see a rumor today. Robbie from AFTV.
I'm really not up for that, Tone. As much as he might be, I'm really not. I just think he's just too much to handle.
It's been reported that there's been discussions of a swap deal for Martinelli. I think it's.
You're in trouble. You're in trouble.
You're in trouble because they're going to try and take your centre forward.
He's our centre forward, mate. Keep him. He's a top striker. He is.
Keep hold of Vinicius. Get him. Give us 80 million plus Rodrigo, and we'll give you Martinelli.
I think he's got a terrible attitude. I think Arteta doesn't want.
I wouldn't. He's a Bamiyang. He's a Bamiyang Mark II.
He's very inconsistent as well, isn't he?
But I always see clips of him trying to fight fans and stuff like that.
He's always complaining about something. Certain times it's valid what he's complaining about. Don't get me wrong.
Player, but he's
always creating dramas.
He comes with a lot of baggage, doesn't he?
Yeah, he wants like 500 grand a week.
It's not worth it.
Honestly, I just think it will knock that.
Why would you upset your wage structure for?
Look at Saka. Look at Saka. Tone. Saka's just got he signed a 300 grand contract. You know, we're talking to Havertz to extend. We're talking to Rice. We're talking to Timber, Erdegaard.
I'm not sure about
Martinelli rumours. The Martinelli rumours, by the way, is that I don't know if they're either potentially looking. His agent's angling for a contract offer. And apparently the agent said if you don't play centre forward, he's off.
Well, I'll make him right, mate. I'll make him
goal bonus.
Sorry, so
goal bonus.
So to get through, Charles put another comment. Thank you, buddy. Keep them coming.
Thanks,
whoever else is watching, get involved in the chat, guys. Reece was monster versus us in defence midfield last time. Surprised many by his game. Yeah, he was brilliant. He was there
Charles,
by a mile.
Sorry to intervene, Tone, but he was like having two players on the pitch for him. He made up for them having a player down with KC. Though he was good. He was good.
I think if he keeps fit, I mean,
him and Rice in the midfield for England. What about that one with Trent Alexander on right back?
Yeah.
Mate, think about James and Trent Alexander both passing the ball. Come on, that's two good passers of a ball. I'm not sure. Obviously, James is a better defender, isn't he? But,
I'm looking. I mean, the World Cup, we've got a brilliant set of players to take.
If they all stay fit.
He's spoiled for choice, so he's going to be the pick him. Another comment in. Now that Havertz is so cross versus Portsmouth, do you see him starting versus Chelsea or again bench impact and Gyokeres again? Gyokeres under social media fire big time. Yeah, he is. He's a scapegoat at the moment, mate. I think he's gonna be one until he scores a goal. I'm afraid.
100% Tone. Listen, that is it. I mean, me and Dave. I know yourself is kind of when you're standing in the cold and you see.
I said I'd give him till Christmas. Now it's after Christmas. Now I want to see him do bits.
I think as well.
Did you lose a bit of patience with him?
Did you boys see though that what he was doing on the bench? There was the tactical. I can't remember who it was, but he's watching the game and watching the highlights on the iPad. So what I said to you boys, I said, when you're struggling, and especially in this league, in prior times, when prior title-winning teams or teams that are going for it, and I'm talking Arsenal specifically, players up periods, he didn't have an iPad in front of him, but he had the bench to look at the football.
Yeah, I know.
And if you've got someone saying, look, you're doing the job we're asking in terms of occupying defenders, creating space for others, but sometimes we need you to adjust your movement to do this. If the ball's coming in, maybe try to anticipate better. This is what Jesus done, blah blah blah. And like you say with Havertz and Charles, it's a good point. He come on and looked quiet. He looked fresh. A great ball through to Noni. In my starting 11, I think that, like Tony and Dave did allude to, Gyokeres starting against Portsmouth, he could have scored a few. But then it will be Gyokeres scores goals, and then on social media, it'll be he's a flat track bully, and he only bullies the small teams. So this is why I didn't want him to play. If he plays against Chelsea, give him 60 minutes, but I want Havertz on. I don't want Jesus on. Yeah? If Havertz is fit enough, Havertz should come on for Gyokeres. Gyokeres should do the business. If he doesn't score, then get Havertz on. I like Jesus, but I think at times it's depressing. Like someone said as well, Gyokeres would have got absolutely mullered again. What did Jesus do against championship opposition?
Nothing. Very little.
Right. Now, where was the energy that you've had for Gyokeres, because he's a scapegoat at the moment, for Jesus? So I'm not saying, listen, I'm not turning on Jesus, by the way.
Jesus is on a lot more money a week.
Do you know what I'm saying?
If Gyokeres starts that game, Wayne, and has a shock or doesn't score, he gets
pelted.
60, no, I agree with that.
But this is what I'm saying, Tony, and this is why I would say that, listen, I'm not turning on Jesus. I'm saying I would want Havertz to play. Havertz is going to end up starting soon, boys.
Havertz has got to come on, hasn't he?
But he's got to come on before Jesus now for me, if he's fit.
David, I'll let you answer this one, mate. Thinking about it, I think Gyokeres lacks combination play, that give and go 1-2 with other players. Have you observed him in combination play? He seems to be happy just running into space.
That's his game, though, isn't it? That's his game.
The thing what really surprised me the most about him is his lack of movement in the box. He's very static in the box.
Yeah.
Now, when you've watched strikers from the past, they're making late darting runs to the front post for little flicks, or they're waiting for rebounds off the goalkeeper and they're hanging about round the back post, or they're just stepping back near the penalty spot, wait for the layback, bang. Yeah, but he seems to be he seems to be just behind where the ball where the space is. So it's like he's 5 yards behind it. That's either in his head or in his athletic, whether or not he's athletic to get there, you know. Because when you see him at 60 minutes, he looks like he's blowing out of his arse. He's proper. His cheeks are puffed out. He looks like he's been running around for ages. So I would say that he needs something just to break for him. He needs a little bit more time just to think about where he should be at the right time, at the right places. Yeah, you know. So I think that Gyokeres, he needs just a little bit more time trying to work it out, linking it up. I would start him against Chelsea. I'd start him against Chelsea.
Yeah, I would.
100%. 100%. Sorry, Tone. Go on, matey. Go on. Go.
I was going to say that's a good segue on to the starting 11. Let's get into it.
Yeah, go on, mate.
Cool. Yeah, so Wayne, you've gone pretty strong. I mean, you're pushing this Eze on the left.
I will push it till I'm blue in the face, but again, mate, probably what you can do with, let's say with like Wanyeri, I think maybe you might go for Ødegaard in this game. But like I say, I still think that Wanyeri should be featuring. Eze on the left for me is because I think that Martinelli in this game should be an impact player. Gyokeres to do what he does, if he could nick a goal. I mean, mate, semi-final, Gyokeres scores, right? He can make a name for himself because he's taking absolute flack at the moment. What better way than him to score in a semi-final and show that, look, all right, I might be struggling in the Premier League. I might be struggling for movement. I've got better defenders that I've got, and what happens if this boy turns up in both these semi-finals, gets us to the final, and does the business when it matters most? So obviously, I'm going to go for him. My back line, I want Kepa to start because Raya's going to start on Sunday, whenever it is. Yeah, against Nottingham Forest. So I think go for him in goal again. The strongest one I can think of right now, boys, is either you drop Norgard back and you put either Timber or White at right back. But I think if you're going to go strong, that's the strongest you can physically go with all your proper centre backs.
I think he'll go Zubi and Rice in there, mate. I don't think
he will. He will, but I think only one of them should play. So that's why I've gone for Norgard. Moreno as well had a very tidy game, but it could be depending. It could be maybe Rice, Moreno, Subi, Moreno. But yeah, I think only one of Rice or Subi should play tomorrow night, boys. But yeah, Saka, I think he'll go Saka tomorrow. And I think, personally, that's what I think he'll do. But listen, I hope I'm wrong, because again, I think Noni should get another go. But, you know, what do you boys reckon?
Me, myself, I'd change it about. I'd drop Lewis-Skelly. I'd play Timber at left back. I'd keep White at right back. I'd drop Norgard back to central defence, considering because of all the injuries we've got. Obviously, I'd play Mascara instead of Norgard, but he ain't available. So yeah, what players are available, and then I'd play Zubimendi next to Rice and Odegaard. The left-hand side, I think Martinelli's definitely got to start. You definitely can't take him out.
I was just going to say, he's just banging a hat-trick in.
You can't, even if Trossard was fit, I wouldn't bring Trossard in, because Martinelli's just got an hat-trick. The boy deserves to go again. He's got to get a chance. He might be just hitting a run of form where he might get 6 in 4 or something. Who knows? You know what I mean? So, and apart from that, that's all that I would do. But probably, mate, if he did come out like that, I'm not being funny, I think we've still got enough to beat Chelsea in that formation anyway, mate. So, yeah, I just think for what I think I weren't convinced about Lewis-Skelly against Portsmouth again.
No, he wasn't great, was he?
Mate. You know, he's worrying me.
Yeah,
he's worrying me.
I think that we should convert him back to left, put him back to midfield, and then obviously if this Gyokeres noises are what we're hearing, and this is picking up more and more, if he comes in, well, then Nkappi and Calafiori fight for left back. Lewis-Skelly goes into midfield. That's the midfielder that we was lacking. He's obviously. He can carry the ball, can't he? It look like he's a ball carrying midfielder, you know. So maybe that square pegs in round holes, whatever way you want to look at it.
Picking up Charles's comment there, but well needed throwing coach. We ain't got any players that can throw the ball that far, really, have we?
No, I think you'll have Declan Rice has tried it, matey, that Timber. But what it is that is exactly what I like, right? Sorry there, my friend, because I'm just said Rice. That's what I like, Charles. What it is, Tone, is he's trying every kind of thing. Now, you've got your set pieces done. So, defensively at set pieces, attacking set pieces. As you see, Martinelli went back to the Martinelli when he first joined the club. Martinelli can head the ball, boys, because he's played as he's not an out-and-out winger. I keep on saying this. He is not an out-and-out take-a-man-on winger. He's on the shoulder, on the cusp, running in. He's intelligent around the box. Tony's saying about centre-forward. He's not far off, Dave, in the fact that he's more a centre-forward than I would say a winger. But what it is
Wayne's
the
being
fact...
converted. He's coming
over. That's a change from the last time I was on it.
No, listen, but why I say that, honestly...
He's converted. I converted him.
No, he's not converted me, Dave.
Because it's the hat-trick that's done it, mate. It's the hat-trick that's done it.
What I would say,
to him. He deserves.
Take Eze on the left and put Martinelli up front. There you go, done.
Listen, but that could it could be an option.
It wouldn't be bad. I'm not trying to say the guy's shit up.
Let's have a look at it on now, Dave. The problem is, and this is why I say it, and why I say it's not going to happen. It's not me, because Tony will vouch for me. We've had it on our football chat, that I've said, excuse me, guys, that Martinelli is a central attacking player. Yeah, so he'll run on the shoulder, but he can do that. Whether he's not as strong as a centre forward as you want, he could play in a role with someone else. But I don't think he's a strong enough centre forward. But he's more centre forward than he'll ever be a winger, and that's what I said to Tony. But Mikel loves the fact he runs up and down that left wing, and that's why he continues to play him there. So
I just add where I think Martinelli would do his best work as centre forward in Champions League games, because a lot of European sides, when we get through,
he absolutely smashes it in Champions League.
They come on to us. They come on to us. Look, many of them are playing low block against us, are they? So when they come on to us, obviously there's a lot of space in behind. Now that's prime Martinelli coming on, running from his own half, no offside, bang, 1-on-1 with the keeper, straight round him. There you go. He's done that many a time for us, hasn't he? But the only part what gets me is whether or not he could play back to goal, link up play. Obviously, Gyokeres ain't doing it great himself at the moment, but Martinelli, can he play with his back to goal and bring others into play? I just don't think that's his game either. Obviously, he's a dribbler, isn't he? He's a speed merchant, isn't he? Up and down.
You know what he reminds me of? He's a Theo Walcott. He's a modern day Theo Walcott. that
Ain't
you're
a bad
trying to find if
comparison.
you
He
should.
was very quick and
If you
direct
try to
like him,
find
that
the
went
comparison
good.
for what it is, that Theo Walcott always wanted to play centre forward, but
Yeah, he
Wenger
just
always
didn't get
put
the
him on the
numbers,
wing.
did he?
And he just, the thing is with it, he's not quite strong enough in that play. I mean, listen, the same that we can go into a blue in the face. Someone mentioned as well, which I'd like to say that if I would love to have seen, in my opinion, I'm not here to make because it's making me tired, sick and tired of talking about Gyokeres, because there's so many shit on social media constantly about the boy. But if he didn't get injured against Burnley, that iteration of Gyokeres was finding his feet. He's had to restart again. He's had a month without football and he's had to restart again. Dave alluded to it in previous streams going a while back that he's not had a pre-season. And you're learning to play in one of the toughest tactical teams that you can under a manager that prioritises defence over attack. He is a demanding coach,
very
Bones.
demanding coach.
So I think you have to realise as well, like Martinelli could look good in it in a certain aspect, like Dave has said, but that overall touching game, that for me, that thought process at the moment, I can't get out of my head that version of Gyokeres was picking up form and he was looking dangerous, and then he's just this month has done him in. You know what I mean? That month off, it totally effed him up. So I obviously, I don't want to keep on elaborating on it, but I still believe this is a game that he can play in. But I also think
if he scores another 4 goals and they're all penalties and we win the league, then who cares?
Listen,
he's
mate.
Next season, he's got to come back next season with a pre-season, proper pre-season.
Fully pre-season.
Yeah, and then we've got to give him next season, haven't we?
Yeah,
once
I'm
we're
there.
through,
I'm there on that one.
Next season, won't we?
Dave and Tone, because I've just had my say, because I know I don't like to always elaborate on Gyokeres.
We've sort of
but I just think that's what I just think. That's my personal opinion, that it's like he started again. It's like he's had a refresh. It's like he was just about hitting form and boom, something's done him in, and then he's had to get back in again. But Charles has made a point here, boys, and I'll read it out to you, and whoever wants to answer, please do. So analyse MLS, please. Is he the same as last season and not getting game time and rusty, or has he regressed a bit and lost confidence due to the lack of the game time?
The signings that we made him lose confidence at the start of the season.
Yeah, Charles, that's all I can say.
Signing Cappy did not help him at all. Yeah,
Cappy was an important one to do, because I think what it was is a necessity with Kivior, so I think he'd signed him as a cover for centre back and left back. But I think it's done his confidence in. What do you think, Tom?
He just knew he weren't going to get game time. So
that's it, mate.
He lost confidence.
That's it, Dave. There's nothing else you can do. Nothing else you can say.
But he's got game time, so why is he not? When you get your like 1 year, look at 1 year against Portsmouth. I know that's Portsmouth. He was putting himself about. He was being direct. He was playing a nice pass. He was doing all the neat stuff.
What did I say in the other stream? Sorry to interrupt. What did I say in the other stream about left back and what I said about you?
Yeah.
I'm sorry to cut in and please carry on.
Not an easy job.
I think left back is tough. It's such a tough place to play.
But he wasn't doing the basic things correctly. Like there was I think a 5-yard pass and he gave the ball away a few times.
I know. Yeah, 100%.
Look, I think that he looks off the pace as well. Like, it looks like he's unfit. I don't know if you guys
he can't run. He can't run, dude, or something. I don't know what's up, Bones. I really don't.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Evening, Shuri. How you doing, mate?
Hello, mate. Thanks for joining, Shuri.
Mikel planning a strong team, lads. The same lineup we started off on the bench. I think he'd be close to it.
I can see that. Yeah.
Listen, mate. Listen.
Strong lineup for me. I would go strong as well.
Same as style against Liverpool. Okay. Martinelli, Jesus, and Havertz make the difference. Joe, what? I mean, I know I punch on about Martinelli. I must admit, we do seem to create more chances with Jesus up front and Martinelli playing off the left of him. Because Jesus, what he does is he drifts over to the left wing and allows Martinelli.
As I say, he's not a 9, is he, Tone? So he drifts. He naturally drifts. Yeah.
It's going to be my running joke this season, lads. Martinelli up front. Martinelli up front.
Yeah, Shuri. Tony here wants Martinelli as ad.
Martinelli up front, guys. Whoever's watching, Martinelli up front. Give me your thoughts on that. I just think that he's.
Start a poll. Put a poll up. See how many people.
I'll have to work out how to do that.
Tony, you know what as well, though? What you're not wrong in, but again, it's the manager. Because look, I want to put a point of view in for you boys. Me and listen, this is not private stuff. This is football stuff, but I can reveal it because it's not going to be putting me and Tony in a compromising position, right? We spoke about this last year, and Tony will back me up and he'll confirm what I'm just about to say. In our football chat, me and Tony said, right, we haven't got Jesus is out for God knows how long now. Havertz pulled his hamstring. What did we say, Tone? Who he should play up front before Moreno?
Martinelli.
But did the manager do it?
No.
Not
Well,
once.
I don't get why maybe he doesn't do what he wants. I think he prefers him on the left because of the defensive side of the game that he gives him.
That's all it is. That's all
the
it is.
pace. But I'd think
we were screaming for it, me and you, Tony. We were screaming for it, mate.
I'm not being funny. That headed goal, right? That's not a winger's finish.
No,
that's flick on with the head.
So
that
it's got striker instinct. The boy started as a striker.
Yeah, I generally think that. I think that I would fire him in there. I really would.
Listen, it can't. You know what? It can't hurt against Wigan. It couldn't. It didn't hurt. It wouldn't have hurt. It hurt against playing Portsmouth. In all due respect, Wigan, I think, if I'm not mistaken, boys, are League One.
Yeah,
and that's at the Emirates, and you know, so yeah, exactly. It is,
yeah,
mate.
Thanks,
Here's one for you,
up, mate. Cheers,
Here's
mate.
one for you. Elite stuff, left and right foot, finishing, heading ability, good link up, has speed to running behind, but Martin got injured. Yeah, we did. He got injured, and then when he come back, yeah, I get what you're saying. He did get injured as well, and then. But then when he come back, he didn't play.
That's when he had. What did he get? 15 goals that season, didn't he? Before he got injured, he was cooking. He was cooking.
Listen, you know, like we said, I mean, if Real Madrid are going to be after him there, then the fact with Martinelli is at times in the Champions League he catches teams. He's like a 1-2 punch with a boxer. When the boxer's tired, you bring this guy on, and he attacks it and bang. He's vital in the Champions League, but. I think he's got a point to prove, hasn't he? If he gets back to, if he scored 3 goals. Listen, it might have seemed a little bit overly harsh with my starting 11, but I think like Shuey was saying, I think he's going to go more of a starting 11, and he might want Martinelli to finish as opposed to but maybe it might be Martinelli on the left and not Eza, boys. So we'll have to see. You'll have to see.
Another comment here from Charles. Do you think Neto will be tough for Gabriel and Norgard or the lap, assuming Norgard is preferred at centre defence? Yeah, I think he will. Yeah. I think the lap hasn't got going yet, but he is he's a tough nugget up front.
He will rile him up, Tone. He will roll us. He'll try anyway.
Seems to have a worldie against us whenever he plays on the wing against us at Stamford Bridge. So, but yeah, I think he's on. Is he on? If he's on MLS's side, he's going to give him an absolute.
Like Dave said, I'll change my starting 11. If Neto's starting, listen.
If they've got that Estava as well.
This is what I'm saying.
If he's on one of the wings, I'm worried for MLS.
Esteval. Is that
Esteval? That's it, mate. Yeah.
Esteval,
yeah.
I'm worried.
MLS cannot. It's like you're on this right tenterhooks with him at the moment, and he's at this point in his Arsenal career where confidence needs to be restored. And if you're going to play him at left back against a dodgy winger, you watch him tomorrow night if he's going to play him at left back. And like you've said, Tony, if it's Esteval or Neto, they take it past him. He makes the tackle. Referee gets a yellow card out. The boy's going to be on tenterhooks, and we don't need this young lad to be under that amount of pressure. Because again, you know, we've still got the second leg, but it could be a place where I would personally, like Dave said. Because I'm trying to rest Subi in my starting 11, but maybe you could put Norgard at centre half if Saliba don't make it, and put Timber at left back just for this game until we get our left backs kind of fit. It could be an option.
Seems like
I'm worried
for what players we've got. I think that would be sort of.
It might only be the only option, Dave, and get Norgard. I don't think Norgard's that bad at centre back, and then you'll have to more likely look at either. You either play both Subi and Rice, or you put Moreno with either one of them two in the middle.
Because I don't know if João Pedro's fit for Chelsea or not.
Yeah, I'm not sure, mate. I'm not sure at all.
He's not come up on my injury doubting list. He's got.
So he's more likely going to mix and match between them, Dave. Yeah, one or the other.
But then again, I think when their owners, which I've been listening to a little bit of what they've been going on about the last couple of days, their owners have come out and said the Carabao Cup is not a priority for them. So whether or not they're just covering their tracks in case they get knocked out by us.
Get absolutely battered.
But I still think in the semi-final they're going to play their best team, aren't they? Because really, what else they got to go for? Champions League qualification, but FIFA will probably get you there this season with all the we're doing good.
The way the English all the ratings go, fifth might get you there, Dave. Exactly.
So they should be good
another
enough
one
to
here
get
as
fit,
well
shouldn't
for
they?
you, mate. Another one here for you, Dave, as well. And it said, obviously, and I think you boys can agree, what didn't help was that, again, as well, Shiri, I think Mosquera and Nkapie were chucked together at the last minute in
Yeah, they
the
looked
centre of
uncomfortable,
defence.
didn't they?
So
Remember
I
that?
think I don't want to play Big Gabs, but Big Gabs is our only chance if Saliba's not fit. But like Dave said, you can take a little bit of a risk. It'll be a bit risky, Nottingham Forest, but the way that Dyche plays is to hit you with set pieces and stuff like that. And he will be using Morgan Gibbs White. He'll be using his centre forwards to try to unsettle us. We just have to hit them with their own thing to beat Dyche. This is a game where you can kind of maybe take a bit of a liberty at the moment. But yeah, as I say, so you'd want to go strong to try and get this out of the way, you know.
Wayne, this is a comment for you, mate, because you mentioned this on our Portsmouth reaction
Excuse me.
stream.
Yeah, go on, mate. Read it out, Bones.
I also like to understand where you stand at this pattern of who wins the pen gets to shoot the pen, even with poor technique. Madueke or a designated pen taker takes it. So
Charles, thanks for bringing this up, and Dave,
he took taking it, which was wrong.
This, Dave, this is what I said, and I might be old school, right? I've been watching football. I'm 38 years old, and I've been watching football from the age of 4 or 5, right? Loving Arsenal. As best I can remember, is more like when I was about 6 or 7, right? But I've always, throughout football, no matter what I've been, so I was really dead proper on Arsenal from literally 99, 2000. It was non-stop. I see the double season. But I've been obsessed with literally everything Arsenal. I do not agree, and whether anyone out there watching will agree, please put in the comments. I don't think if you win a penalty, I don't think you should take it. You know, again, you could say with Gyokeres, if Gyokeres is the scorer, but I just think if you conceded a penalty, I think give it to your captain, because Noni Madueke conceded that penalty, picked the ball straight up. Moreno can take a good penalty. Right, Gabby Jesus can take a good penalty, but Madueke, and then he does that stop.
He's been known for arguing about penalties. Do you remember at Chelsea game? He argued with his teammates to take a penalty.
Now listen, we're a family friendly club, but I think obviously there's not going to be players who's going to be raring or stuff like that. But I just don't agree with when you get a penalty. I think that another player should take it. You know, like if Saka concedes a penalty, Gyokeres has got to take it. Saka don't take it. If Gyokeres concedes the penalty, if he's your penalty taker, I suppose you can make an exception. But I think personally, if he concedes it, Saka can take it. Do you know what I mean? I just think that you've got that mindset. You've just conceded a penalty, you've won it, give it to another player. But that's only my personal opinion.
The only thing I'd say on that, Wayne, is Saka, Odegaard, Gyokeres, they weren't on the pitch. So what? Maybe he was a designated
penalty taker.
Yeah. If he's designated penalty to Tone, then he's got to sort his penalty technique out, because that was
shocking.
You know, but
imagine if it was 1-0 down still to Portsmouth, that would have been hell.
It would have been hell. But Tone, you know what? If it was 3-1, you could go into the second half, and maybe Arteta could have made changes quicker. You know, because you've just put these fans were all over it. You had a kid going like that. You had a Portsmouth fan like on the camera, like, why dry your eyes?
Did you hear our fans though? You're just a crap Southampton.
Yeah, I love that.
Fair play to him. I'd love to have gone to that game.
Listen, fair play, because
that shut them right up.
That's what I'm saying. It is brilliant. But you know, it could have been a slightly different game, and you could have sort of like swapped it around a bit if you needed to. Taking Big Gabs off a little earlier, Bones. But it's just a thing of mine. It's like if Saka is fouled, I hate it when he takes a penalty, because I think to myself, you're going to miss. It's just a mentality thing for me, mate. It's just something that I've had since I was, watching Arsenal since I was a young age. I just thought, if you've got a penalty, like if Robert Pires got tackled back in the day when we was winning doubles and going invincible.
Change it, didn't they?
Don't take the penalty if you've conceded it. That's just my personal thing, Bones.
Yeah, comment here. Hear me out.
Cool, mate.
The game tomorrow is more important than Forest. If we are going to risk Saliba tomorrow, might be the game to risk him. Forest are in poor form. We can afford to rotate that game more.
And we got a buffer. We've got 6 points. So
we've got
listen,
a buffer.
we've got a buffer. So if we lose the game, it ain't the end of the world.
My PTSD kicks in with that, mate. I'd rather not lose that buffer.
But listen, we got a chance to absolutely pelt Chelsea here and make that put ourselves in the final.
But as I said to you, and Dave will back me up, and Shuri,
if you're Arteta, you want to win something, get this one done. Get this one done.
I agree, Shuri, as well, mate. Thank you. He would have hooked him, but he has changed a bit. I mean, listen, he wanted to keep Nonny on that pitch, and
he didn't hook him, Wayne. But I bet he got a bollocking.
He should have got a bollocking, Shuri. And also, as well, as much as we can, he was susceptible to the goal, wasn't it? Because he lost the duel, and it created the goal. He also had 2 assists from the corner, so fair play to him. But yeah, listen, I think, boys, you have to go as strong as you can, because listen, come the end of Feb, beginning of March, you're in a final, you win the final, you've got silverware in. We have to taste it. I've said it so many times. We have to start tasting success.
It's a big thing for us.
And if you do it in March and you've still got players fit and you got, people have been moaning about Gyokeres, but Gyokeres could be starting to find form. Havertz is in there. You could keep Havertz on the pitch and Gyokeres comes on and we start absolutely battering teams because they're playing off of each other, and all of a sudden Eza comes into form. Noni Madueke's absolutely tearing people up, and we're like, we have got so many options. And winning in that time will just keep on breeding success. This team just needs to lift the trophy together, and it's game over. That's my opinion. But go strong.
Go strong. I'll second that.
Go on, mate. Read this one out of time.
Yeah, Max Damon might have come on for Madueke
half time if he wasn't injured.
He was lucky Saka was being. No, I agree. No, listen, I think Max Damon would have got
to
some
do
game
something
time.
like that, Tone. You're going to upset your manager, aren't you?
Oh yeah, I mean, and you know what? I think he would have got hooked. I think at half time, just for the sheer fact of taking the absolute piss.
Yeah,
that's what
another thing as well that will be absolutely dangerous as well is with Dalman, and it's a great point to bring up. Obviously, the young lad got bloody injured playing Manchester United reserves. Some twat from their reserves taking him out. Hey, hello, Jasvar.
Hello, mate. How are you, mate?
Nice to see you again, my friend, and thank you for joining. Just breaking down a few things, my friend, and we're just obviously getting on to the point of Max Dalman. But thank you for joining, mate. You keep the comments rolling, guys. I think that Max Dalman could obviously be in with a bit of a shout, especially in that game. You imagine that he's just missed it, and Mikel goes, "Off you go, bring on Max, give him 45 minutes." He would. I think that's a good shout, Tone. I think. What do you reckon, boys?
Yeah. He would have played. I reckon he would have got some minutes.
Yeah, I think he would have done that. I think he would have generally done that because he would have gone, look, don't win a penalty. Don't just grab that ball and say I'm taking it. And you have to, if you're going to take it after conceding it, put the ball in the back of the net. And he didn't do it.
Yeah, another good comment from Charles here. That's why the Carabao Cup is super important. Just to get a trophy. I'm assuming that's Monkey off fans.
Yeah.
Yeah, a big Mikel players. It's just to get that monkey off our back.
Get a monkey off our back, Charles. Yeah, big star, mate.
Last time
boys, it's another one for you. It's the big elephant in the room.
Oh, they're all coming out now.
But it is, isn't it? Because all you'll get, honest to God, go and see. Yeah, listen, Charles, thank you, mate. We do 100%, but we do know what you're saying, and thank you, mate. Keep them coming. We have to get online fans. They're always battering Arsenal right now. You can say something and they say how many trophies you won. It's vitally important we start doing it, boys. And Carabao Cup needs to be done.
So Jaspende's joined late and he's now causing trouble.
He's trying for
I have a separate question. Would you sack Arteta if he comes very close, like finals in all competition, but doesn't win it? Ooh.
Well, in fairness to him, when he does get to finals, he usually wins them. But listen to Jasper. I want you boys to answer it. I want you boys to answer it.
I'll put my neck on the line now. If he don't win nothing big this season, Carabao Cup ain't enough for me. He's got to win Premier League or Champions League. He's had 6 years, but the only thing which in his saving grace, when you look who else is out there, CV wise, all right, you got Zidane, you got Klopp, you got a few, but
got Xabi Alonso now, 3.
But that's one.
It'll upset Liverpool fans. It will boil their piss.
He'll go Liverpool, won't he? So
no, I think that very good question.
Win a big one.
But
it's a very good question. Yeah.
I think the owners have put their faith in him to the point where I think that they'd have a conversation and it'll probably get another season. I reckon.
Well, after this one, you reckon?
I think he will. I think they've gone too far with him now, not to give him more time and a lot. I personally think that his job should be looked at if he don't win nothing, because he spent a lot of money. There's a squad there, and I think the argument I'd throw back at you, an experienced manager might come in and do a better job. That's what you got to argue on that point. But yeah, very good question, Jess Panday. Thank you.
Big ones, them ones.
Yeah.
Shuri, this is a fantastic point, Katone, and another one for you boys. I'll read it out. But yeah, I think you're 100% right here. Ødegaard, Saka, Ødegaard, Rice plus Saka tomorrow. You need to rise it. If they're the leaders of this team, so on a big stage, they need to rise it. And listen, you're right. As Tony as Tony and Dave will tell you, Shuri. Listen, we love Saka, but I'm sure the boys will tell you that they think he needs to up his game, and this is a game to do it on, isn't it?
It's fair comments. He needs to pick it up a bit.
Rise up to it again. Listen, he's pulled us out of the mire, but he does need to up his game a bit more as well, because we need Saka at top level for the rest of this season, boys. You know.
I think with the new director of football, what Jazz was saying there, you know, I think with the new director of football and these owners are going to obviously be listening to him a lot more now. So now he's got two penneth worth to put into the situation as well. I don't think Arteta's he's standing at the club is as powerful as what sort of everyone thinks it is. I know he's been there a long time.
You know what, Dave?
If he wins something, then he is powerful.
Don't we forget? Sorry, Wayne. Don't we forget?
No.
Football can also employ managers, right? They have the power to do that. And who is he closely linked with? Where did he come from, guys?
Barcelona.
No, it come from Atletico Madrid. Simone.
Right.
What's stopping him going to Simone? Berta, mate. What's stopping Berta going to Simone, going as a project at Arsenal, if you fancy it?
Well, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I'm just saying, he don't. If Arteta doesn't win anything this year, he's a good director of football with a very good record.
Well,
there's nothing stopping him going into the Conkeys and going, look, I can get Simone in.
I think what Jazz was saying, though, boys,
that profile fits our squad.
I think what he's saying is that Arteta's coming, and what I was going to say is that Arteta's becoming like Wenger, and what Wenger was that Wenger was in control. It was basically they were like, we can't sack him, sort of thing. I think what he was trying to get at is that maybe Arteta's become, you know, I'm kind of first there, sort of thing. I'm taking you there. Well, listen,
you used to have two different phrases for it. You'd have manager and you'd have head coach.
Yeah, it used to be, didn't he?
Was Alex Ferguson, Wenger, Harry Redknapp, and they're going and manage the whole club. And then
they changed it though, haven't they, Dave? He's now the manager. He used to be head coach. Yeah, they brought him in as head coach, and they changed it to manager.
Yeah,
so I think
that's statements.
That's what I think. What he's trying to say. But again, he's not. Listen, as much as I fully back the guy, he's not unsackable. I think, but what it is Josh Kroenke could have. And let me I'll just finish this before I waffle, boys, just to make sure.
Go on.
Not interrupting Charles's thing. Go on, mate. Go for it, Tony. Sorry, go on. If I don't step on his point, sorry.
Yeah, Arteta's going nowhere to Arsenal come down the Premier League table. I agree with that. It's more like, if he walks off, Josh ain't pushing the button. Just depends on what Mikel feels.
And this is what I was going to say, Tone.
He's going to
pass it to you, mate.
Terms,
and I pass it to both of you boys. But I think what it is, if you boys refer back to the Amazon Prime documentary, he could have sacked him when we lost the first 3 games, and he went in there and he said, look, and it was literally blatantly obvious that they put their trust in him. But he, as David said, I am an Arteta supporter. I believe that this guy, if he does, there's certain things he annoys me with. He's management. He's sometimes the players he picks in certain game states still needs work. If he gets it right, then we won't be complaining about him at all. But yeah, I mean, I think he's not, in my opinion, no manager should be untouchable. It's a whole different aspect of it. But until Arteta wins something, he should be open to criticism, and we should look at his Arsenal fans and say, look, you know, Arsene Wenger kept this club afloat when he sold every best player every year, got us into the top 4 barely, but he done it without no money. He he built the stadium. He went unbeaten. He's won doubles. He's won titles.
Yeah, he had a lot more credit in the bank than
he has a lot of credit in the bank. So Mikel at the moment in time has got 1 FA Cup. He's got a couple of English Super Cups that, by the way, Pep Guardiola counts them as well, boys. Right?
Yeah.
But
Don't forget
I'm just saying, I'm not saying we should, but Pep Guardiola counts them apparently. So I'm just making that point. But yeah, as Dave said, well, he needs to have a look at it. But I don't think this boy gets to a final and loses it. That's my opinion.
So, another comment here, lads. Sure, that Newcastle game is 0-0. If they don't win this first leg tonight, high chances it's City in the final because they ain't getting nothing at Etihad. I mean, look, one thing I would say, Shoel, on that, I think City, if they don't buy a central defender, I think that they're not that unbeatable at home. If I'm being honest, look at Brighton. Brighton nicked a goal at them. Anything can happen, right? It's
even Exeter scored against them.
Well, there you go. I mean,
exactly. Exeter scored against them. Yes. Don't worry about that.
Exactly, Dave. We've had this tone, and we had this as well. Listen, they've got one of the best strikers in the world, who can be quiet, can look like Gyokeres does, but then has that difference of movement in the box and can get in the positions all the time, and he'll put the ball in the back of the net. But the team as a whole is not what it used to be. So, Jazfer, thanks for the comment, mate. I'm going to read this out for the boys. To me, I never heard a manager getting sacked for placing second. Wenger placed second. Like, I mean, yeah, listen, all it is I think, like I've just said, and as we've all agreed, I think it's just because Wenger's got a lot in the bank. I don't think he gets sacked. By the way, I don't think he gets sacked. Like Tony said, I just think that he has to win something, boys. Because for me, I can't take another fucking year of getting rinsed by West Ham fans.
Yeah, but they're going to be in the Championship, mate.
Or any fans, by the way.
Yeah, West Ham ain't got a...
But they can't chat shit. But on a personal level, boys, I need him to. But you're right, Jasper. I don't believe he will.
If you do a little deep down on the Cronkays and how they work, they also own an NFL side. Now, the NFL side they bought was they were situated in one city and they moved it to another city, right? So they moved them, right? Anyway, so the Cronkays put a load of money in, up their wage bill for that season, and anyway, they ended up going on to win the Super Bowl. So what they do, the Cronkays, is they own a team for a long time, don't invest in it, obviously own some of their money back on it, and then eventually something clicks in their head and they think, right, we need to win. So, but when they put their mind to it, they normally do it because they do invest the right money at the right time. So
I think it's right now. You're right, Dave. 100%.
Yeah. So what I'm trying to say is about Arteta as well. Now, if they're in that tunnel vision of where
that
they want to
mindset,
something, and he keeps on getting second. Now, second is first loser, boys. Let's just get it straight. Yeah, second is first loser. I know, like, people want medals for coming 8th and all that. I'm sorry, but second is first loser. Straight up, yeah. So we need to be coming first. We've come second 3 times in a row. Where's that getting?
I can't have it again, Dave. Not
you know what I mean. So I think second. Listen, if he wins Carabao Cup and FA Cup, then he survives for me. But if he just wins Carabao Cup, I'm sorry, I want him. I'm cutting the cord, mate.
The problem is with the league, right? He's 6 points clear. We've been consistently top, right? If he does lose it now,
he's doing a good job. He's doing a good. I'm not trying to say the geezer's pony, but he can't cross the finishing line. Then you're the bridesmaid.
That's exactly it. And what Shuri, and again, thank you for the comments, guys. We love these comments because it gives us something to talk about as well. As I say, if he was to win the league and he starts to stink it up, personally, I don't think he will. But you're right. Questions would have to be asked again.
The bank then, hasn't he? Though he's got,
but he's what it is as well, Shuri. Like we've said, we don't know what it is. We don't know what's going to happen come May. I don't want us to win the Carabao Cup. What I'm saying is not that. I want us to win the Carabao Cup to start what needs to go on further.
Mentality shift, right?
Exactly. And what also as well is I'm not saying we can win the Premier League, but the Champions League. Sorry, but if you're going to give me, we've got a team that can compete on all fronts, right? We can't. We just need to get that one first trophy in, and then if you're going for, he has to. In my opinion, he has the Premier League. We have to.
No, I agree with that.
We have to win the Premier League, Dave. We have to.
Yeah.
Especially the position we're in.
Champions League, go as far as you can. But
that's a little bit the draw. You could pull an absolute stinker of a draw, get Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, and then Paris Saint-Germain, all 3 games, and like you've got to play them twice. Mate, it's going to be hard. So it's luck of the draw a little bit on that as well, isn't it?
Here, Dave, here's another one as well, which I think is a good point. Like a Jazz was saying as well, that Simeone again is a bridesmaid, never the bride. Listen, it is all about finishing.
The first title in however many, about 70 years.
Listen as well.
Ago, you know.
He's won 1 title, I think, Simeone. But listen, Berta is a man who is bringing Arteta players that he can rotate with, he can play. This is the strongest team we've had. Niggling injuries aside, it really is. So it's his biggest time to win as many trophies this season as he possibly can. You know, and if we get another manager in my opinion, boys, you have to start another project again. We are at as you just said, we're at the nadir of this project. Whatever phase it is, I don't give a crap about a phase. Whatever phase we're in, it has to be now. And it is boiling point of get the trophies in. And that could start with the League Cup, get the bigger ones in as well. We have to win the Premier League this season for us to not keep saying, is Arteta the right man to get over the line? It will always have that tag if he cannot get over the line in the Premier League. He'll always have that tag.
This is the facts. Obviously, being relaxed and not being hungry for the next season, because once you reach the top of the mountain, you're like, we've
I get
done
that,
it now,
Sheree.
we're there.
Yeah.
But obviously, with our team, we've been building up together for a long time, and if you look at all the opposition teams, they're looking weaker at the moment.
100%.
Obviously, transfer windows decide.
I would say the opposite to that, Dave. I think if we win the league, I think there's no stopping us next season.
Sheree, I've got to say I'm with Tony. I'm with Tony on this because I think that we are not this team. Declan Rice is hungry. Declan Rice was injured the other week and he wanted to play. Arteta took him out of the team and said, you can't. He coming back in. I can't remember who it was against. He pulled off that absolute win it against Bournemouth. Sorry, right. So he rested him, didn't we? And he come back in Bournemouth, banged in those 2 goals. Declan Rice, you have to keep him fit. This boy is hungry and he will not stop. You know what I mean? And he wants to do Premier League. He wants the Champions League. Got players like that. There are players around him in this team. Bukayo Saka sent a tweet out about 5.5 years ago, maybe a little bit less than that. 2020, he said, you Arsenal fans deserve better. That boy's hungry. This team is hungry. And I don't think there's no room. They will go up and up. If we win, whatever trophies we win, we don't know what. We haven't won a single one yet. We don't know what we're going to win. We just got hopes to. We're in good position. We have to carry that on. Come the summer, if you win a Premier League, you go far in the Champions League. You could win it. We could win it. We couldn't win it. We don't know. We're not Mystic Megs. But if you win something big, players are going to want to come to this football club. Why do you think Mark Gay hasn't signed for Man City yet? Why do you think Mark Gay hasn't gone to Liverpool and gone, get me out of here straight away? What is the date now, boys? The 12th, 13th of January? Why do you think he hasn't gone come the 1st of January, come get me Liverpool? Why do you think, because he's been speaking to Arteta. Players are going to go, if Semenyo, if Man City wasn't his first choice, boys, he's an Arsenal fan. He's in my opinion, he's a silly sod anyway, because he shouldn't have gone to City, but that's his own fault. I don't know what, who's advised him, but sod
I think his agent, that's his
agent. Get your money, and then when Man City go down, it's all right because you'll move on to another team. Whatever with Semenyo, see you later. He's in the past. But players want to come to this football club, and if we win the big stuff in the summer, players are going to want to come. Alvarez might be asking his agent, "Is Berta interested? Berta got me to Atletico Madrid. Do Arsenal want me?" Listen, boys, the world's our oyster, and like you said, Tone, up and up. We have to, it's vitally important we win the big ones, boys.
I think most of us got it wrong on Gyokeres, though. I don't think that was just Berta. I think it's just the levels of the Premier League that it's got us all sorts of stuff.
And I think Sesko was the fit in Arteta's eyes, but I think that they got greedy in the end, didn't they, Leipzig? And I think United were the only ones willing to pay for.
He likes a certain striker, but I also think as well that if you're having to say so, as much as people are saying about Berta, I think, as again, Sherry, he does. Sesko still sucks, by the way. I just think...
Sesko scores the same sort of goals as Havertz.
No,
we've already got that
exactly.
player.
I just think,
well,
listen...
I'd say Moreno's a better finisher than Sesko. So
Let me just
Exactly.
read this comment out, guys.
Go for it, because I know what he's going to say. You go for it,
No one was right. Gyokeres sucks. Sesko sucks. Let me give you a scoop. Gyokeres was low on the scouting list. It was because Sesko and Ekatike, the recruitment team, identified along with Isaac. But yeah, no, I think that
both. I'll tell you what it is with that, Shuri. All three of those strikers, apart from Gyokeres that you've said, all of them was. Listen, there's one thing you have to realise, which was doing the. We will answer that. I'll give you boys to answer this because I just want to make my say on
would you sacrifice the Premier League for the Champions League if you could only win one? No, I wouldn't. Premier League needs to be won. We haven't won it.
Premier
in 20
League
years.
needs to be won first and foremost.
Get that monkey off our back first. We've never won the Champions League.
Champions League for this club, though. I've seen the Premier League a few times.
But I reckon,
I need it, Dave. It's been 21. It's going to be 22.
Get the Premier League, Dave.
If it wouldn't have been 21 years, go on Premier League. Go on.
But another thing I want to say about them three boys as well. And listen, by the way, Shuri, I get what you're saying. Listen,
thank you for the comments. People, keep them coming.
At this moment, Gyokeres, he sucks, but that's form. He was picking up form. He sucks right now. I get that. I'm keeping the faith. That's my personal opinion as an Arsenal fan. Whether anyone else agrees with it, but I'll keep faith to the boy, right? But Sesko, we got priced out of it. We were after Sesko, not this summer just gone, the summer previous, and then he signed a new deal with RB Leipzig.
Don't forget, in January. Don't turn
exactly, and so we were after him. Exactly. He literally went, you know what, no, and he signed a new contract. In January, we were after him. There was rumours about Gyokeres as well, but there was more so Sesko because obviously Arteta wanted another player like a Havertz in Sesko, right? But every single striker that you've just said, Isaac 130 million, no. Right? Ekatike 90 million, no. Sesko 80 million, no. But Berta is as a sporting director, and someone said online, and you have to watch it, look back at his time in, other than I say Alvarez, he was looking to come into this football club and go, I'm not going over a 60, 65, 70 million budget for players. He had a budget. You blow that on a striker. Look what's happened to Isaac.
Look at
right. You blow that on Isaac. You go 130 million. Arsenal go and get Isaac. We ain't got a striker again, have we? We're playing Moreno. In all due respect, Moreno does a great job, but Moreno should not be kept as a striker. He should be your last resort. You go and blow it all on him. Boom. Ekatike could be a different argument, boys, but again, again,
would he have got the freedom like he gets at Liverpool to score the goals that he scores? Because Arteta would have coached him the same as he.
This is what I'm saying.
So
we have to.
Ekatike would have worked, but
exactly, Dave. And what it is Berta came in with a mindset of the limit of what he was going to spend. And as much as you may like it or not, we have got a backup right winger in Noni, which we needed, by the way. We don't want a Sterling. We don't want a Reece Nelson. We needed a backup winger. He creates chaos. He takes crappy penalties at times, but he creates chaos in the final third. I'm happy with that. Eza, centre midfielder, centre attacking midfielder, left winger. We needed that player. We needed a challenger for Odegaard. We needed someone to replace Trossard, right? And we also needed a challenger for Havertz. Whether we like it or not, Gyokeres is a different style of player to Havertz. So Havertz may start, but Gyokeres could be a great finisher. Do you know what I mean? Or he could come in a semi-final of a Carabao Cup and do the business. We could go to the semi-final in the FA Cup, and then Gyokeres comes on because Havertz has been starting in the Premier League now because he's fully fit. And we're going, hang on a minute, we ain't got Rely Moreno now. Me and Tony ain't having debates on our football chat because Martinelli could play centre forward. He's signed players we've needed. He's plugged squad gaps. We have to be respectful. We have to enjoy that. I get what you're saying, Shuri, but I'm fully happy with the fact that we have built the squad up as opposed to signing it on Ekatike, Isaac, and going, hang on a minute, we ain't got Norgard now who can cover centre half against Portsmouth because we ain't got another right-sided centre half. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's squad building, boys.
Another comment. It would be so funny if after all the discussion in the media, Havertz outscores all three of those strikers. I would absolutely hate that. because it would then put the narrative back on Havertz, and I think Havertz is a good player.
No, but Havertz is, listen, Tone, Havertz is good.
He's not our answer, though, is he? He's not our answer.
No, another one I want to say to you boys, and please, this is because I don't want to be taking the context, the whole sort of like conversation. But Havertz, is a phenomenal in and around the outside of the box. Is he as clinical as Gyokeres? Because Gyokeres hasn't got them opportunities. Whether it's his fault, whether it's the setup, Gyokeres is a more clinical finisher than Havertz will ever be. Havertz misses a chance. All these players going, thank God Havertz is back. All these fans, will be going, oh, Havertz is shit again. Because you'll be realising that the problem is it's like trying to find that balance, isn't it? But
he's not clinical. What did he get? 12 goals.
Havertz is not clinical, Dave. He supplements the way we play because Arteta plays that way. He's not as clinical as Gyokeres, but he's on
too much money to be a bench player for me.
Yeah.
So
he's technically brilliant, isn't he?
I would pump both of them. I've said it to you before, haven't I? So
yeah, I know, dude. I know. It's just frustrating to me that all these Arsenal fans are saying it. I'm saying, but when Havertz comes back in the team,
he's going to come back. Like we're putting all our hopes and prayers.
Exactly, on he's if the problem is getting Gyokeres to be as clever as Havertz in the box, and then when he gets himself in the box, that Gyokeres can put the ball in the back and net better than Havertz. He has to work with that. This is what we're missing. Because Havertz can do that stuff, but Gyokeres is struggling, as you said, Dave. The movement in the box and all that.
5 yards behind it, or when he at the moment.
Let me read this out for you, boys, and I want one of you lads to have a chat here, mate, because I'm waffling a lot now, so I apologise. Gyokeres might be starting for a long period of time because Arteta loves not changing what works. We are 6 points clear with Gyokeres leading the line. Thank you, Shuri. We are though. Look at it that way, boys. We're still look where we are.
Putting the ball in the back of the net. He's got one.
He scored, Charles. Brilliant. Thanks, mate. Yeah. He will do, but listen, they'll be defensively crap.
New club bounce. Sharia, I'm going to die laughing when Havertz starts. Is when Gyokeres starts banging in the goals. Yeah, Arteta would do that. That's the only thing.
Listen, Shuri. This is exactly what I'm saying. I've said this before, and you boys will back me up. Is that Havertz is his number one pet project, and he will start over Gyokeres. He would have started over Gyokeres in August and September, but the argument I will add is maybe Gyokeres might be sort of like better sort of like in tune with the team because he's seen what Havertz. If Havertz didn't get injured, I believe Gyokeres would be a better player right now in the system because he's watched what he does. Because Havertz would start, boys. Havertz is Arteta's number one. That's you can't avoid that.
Another comment from Jess Pandey. Gyokeres is more clinical, but the players are putting an extra effort in to make sure Havertz scores. Odegaard was pushing over his limits to make him score. I do agree with that. Yeah, they're looking for him.
Have a look. Dave, I know obviously you tied up, mate. You couldn't watch it, but that's what we were saying. That Odegaard, the moment Havertz come on, they're looking for him constantly. And it's like, where is this link up with Gyokeres where everyone's going, you're the scapegoat, you're shit, blah 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 blah. And you think to yourself, yeah, but look at that. And you're going...
Yeah, but how long they've been playing all that system for?
But this is what... Exactly.
All them
but he's the scapegoat, Dave.
For a long time now, 2-3 years.
Exactly.
Gyokeres has just joined that.
Exactly.
Knows where the space gets created for this team. And it's just in front of the defence. Yeah? That's where he plays in... He's a space invader, don't they? That's what they call him, Havertz.
Yeah.
Space invader, yeah?
Of course it is,
And that's what it is. Gyokeres he's still trying to play on the last man, on the shoulder. The ball's not coming in there. Very rarely. And then when he does, he's not reading it. That's the
exactly, mate. And that's it. He's not a 1-2 striker. He's not a Havertz striker. But the problem is Havertz occupies the false nine, the roundabout, they call it.
We can play together, don't we?
That's what I said.
And Havertz
this is what I've said, Dave. I think you will find if certain aspects, certain ways of playing could enable you to play with Gyokeres holding them, and Havertz will get more goals from outside the box because Gyokeres is, you can play off each other, and he's occupying them. And again, I agree with this, boys, that we need to get into the market for sort of Latin America as well, and more Brazilians, because Edu was meant to be tapping the market.
Yeah, we got burnt by a few Brazilians. The Nelson.
We have got burnt, though, didn't we? Do you guys remember what's his name? Marquinhos. Do you remember the right winger?
He would
Took him off
on
of
loan
Hull
and then
City, boys. And what did he do?
nothing. The other guy we
Yeah.
had, the guy from Costa Rica,
Exactly.
Campbell.
Yes, Joel Campbell.
Yeah.
Joel Campbell.
Yeah, that
bloody
guy.
hell.
He didn't do
You're going
nothing.
back now, Dave, but yeah.
Yeah.
And Jasper, great point here as well, mate. And I think this is the project exactly because it was me, Tony. We all said it as well. Havertz, you had Tony on the market, Ivan Tony, or you had a striker on the market, and Arteta chose to sign Havertz as who is a support striker, a round doubter as they call it in Germany, who floats around, and it all falls on him. And I, and I think that's what
I can't believe
Arteta would
we're
have
offering
paid.
him a new contract. Oh my god!
Tone, read this out, sorry, mate.
Pees me off.
Yeah,
I know, Dave. I know.
Been on for an hour, guys. Start closing the stream down shortly.
Yeah, sounds good, mate. My battery's right low. If it
my battery might be dying soon.
Right, let's
read this one out for Shuri, and we'll have to close it out. Go on, Bones.
We'll close out his comments, and then we'll get predicted scores, and we'll jump off, guys. This is how he's going to go. Havertz will lead the line. Gyokeres comes off the bench to bang the goals, and on Odegaard's case, let Eze start performing in the second half of the season like he does. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Go on, Charles. Yeah, go on, mate.
Did you guys chat about Saka 24 contract? Rivals are dissing that he ain't scoring and still getting a massive payday. I mean, come on, he's the face of he is the face of the project.
He's the face of the project, mate.
And he does
deserve it. He
deserves it. And
he's been great this season.
He's been carrying us for years, mate.
He's carried us years prior, Tone. I think, like Dave's alluded to, that Saka as well seems to be playing within himself again. With obviously he's pulled a really bad hammy, but we need him for the second half of the season, and I think that's what Noni has allowed as well. And obviously Eze can push early guard. I'm agree with that as well. Go on, Tone. Sorry, mate. Read this one out for the Jazz. We'll close it down for the predictions.
No, with Havertz coming back, Eze will get even less minutes. Yeah, that's a tricky one because
he
might be in the midfield again.
This is why I'm saying a Jazz for put him at the left.
Whether we win the league or not, some players have completed their cycle at Arsenal. Yeah, no, that's a good shout.
Dave will allude to that. Yeah,
definitely. Guys, predicted score lines.
Yeah,
before your batteries die. Wait.
I'm going 2-1.
2-1
Arsenal.
Dave,
I'd go my favourite one, 3-1.
Go on, Dave.
3-1.
Love it.
I'm gonna go 1-1. Tight away fixture, and let me take him back to the Emirates and get a result.
Shuri as well. Thank you, Shuri. 1-1. It could be. Nicholas, go on.
Yeah.
Set piece FC. I'd love to bowl the piss.
Own goal, top goal scorer for us.
Own goal might be starting up front.
I will take. Listen, boys. As I say, we can carry on all till we're blue in the face. But if Gyokeres gets a goal, let's just shut a few people up because he could turn up in the big games.
One just to come off his backside, a right scummy
come off his backside, get a goal,
and then you run off. You're like, come on, the luck is with you.
Just go on, Gyokeres. Stick it in your arsehole, son.
Yeah.
We'll take it.
Throw in FC.
Throw in FC as well. We definitely are. On a closing stream, everyone that's joined today and in the comments, me and Tony,
thank you very much. It's been enjoyable.
We never had this when we started this stream. We absolutely love it. Guys, please keep coming back. Anyone who Gooners want to join. Listen, we're not here for making headlines. We're here to talk Arsenal. So thank you very much. But lads, listen, come on, you Gunners. Thanks for joining. Come back again for the post-match reaction. Cheers, guys, and I'll leave it over to Tony to close it up.
Yeah, please smash a like on the video. Please subscribe. As Wayne said, if you know anyone that wants to join, tell them about us. We're a growing channel. And have a good evening. We'll see you on the reaction video tomorrow after the game. Come on, you Gunners.
Thanks for joining, guys. All the best.
Come on.